Leeds. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Turmoil at Tranmere with me, GWFM. And yeah, we're on Season 3, Episode 10 of our journey with Tranmere. And yeah, if you haven't guessed, we'll be doing that at the beginning. Question of the day, let's go straight into it. What do you think of the monstrosity that is the Leeds fan? The Leeds badge. I suppose you might say the Leeds fan. But yeah, it wasn't very happy reading when we saw that come about. From a Leeds United point of view, and I'm sure everyone's been taking the piss. The question was suggested by Adam Ford. I had to do it. I thought, yeah, you know what, I will do. So yeah, there it is. But today, in the actual game itself, we've got an FA Cup tie in a 5th round against Southampton. So looking back on the last episode, and obviously you joined us for the defeat against Blackburn in the Checkatrade Trophy North 3rd round, which was a bit of a pain in the dick. Yeah, but fortunately we did go back into the league and got back into winning ways, basically. We beat Wigan 2-1. It was a very good result considering we went 1-0 down fairly early on. But Ryan Brewster saved the day with the brace. We did get a sending off in the shape of Harriet Lennon, but he's like the 3rd, 4th choice centre-back, so I wasn't too disappointed. But then we continued our losing streak once again against Blackburn Rovers, at this time at home in the league. And in the league, sorry. And yeah, 1-0 down, got a penalty, second half, Shrek converted it, and then Corey Evans put us to the sword, unfortunately. But there's a few more little bits of news just to show you. And it is that we've got a new affiliate, and it is the very first team we played on this save, which is Torquay United. And I went for them because I wanted to send players out on loan who actually were going to get some game time in a fairly decent, standard. So Torquay United have got some pretty decent facilities. They're not the best, but they're not the worst. They're probably the best I could have got out of the options that I was given, and I had nothing in League 2, so I had to opt for the Vanarama National League. So that is what it is. And yeah, we're going to be we're going to be paying them a fee of 17.5 grand a year, which will help them massively, but it also allows us to get some players some much needed game time, because I don't know how about we're going to get the under-23s in position, because I'd love to have some under-23s at some stage, so then at least I can get people some game time. Get the match fitness up, if you like, because that's what's been one of the most testing things. But otherwise, what else is there? I'll just quickly show you the table, because I forgot to show you that before. We are in a healthy looking 17th, 5 points clear of the drop zone, which is very pleasing indeed. Callum Gribben is once again the best player in the world, and yeah, things are going quite well. We've got the most injuries joint at the minute with 2 other teams. I'm going to say it was struggling, but it seems it's Swindon are mid-table. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting back end of the season, if you like. We're coming towards the back end, to the business end. We've got 17 games to go, It'll be interesting to see. But there is, literally just before starting this recording, I just cheekily had a look at the board and went on the requests. I managed to get 3 things. They are a number of coaches increased, number of physios increased, a number of scouts increased. So we've got 3 people that have already accepted terms, or there is a potential sign-in as well. We've got Magnus Oitadal, who is coming in as a coach. I wanted a defensive coach because that's where we're apparently not the best in the league. That's the only one. And yeah, defending's decent, tactical's decent, and then DDM, as I believe that Ollie Play says, 12, 14 and 8, like D, and M. There you go. Apparently that's what you need. Well, if you do that, you can see exactly what you need. So not the best in terms of mental attributes. I mean, 2 of them are decent, but the motivating's a bit low. But I didn't think his defending and tactical was that bad, so that's the reason I'm going to be getting him in. Derek Lanley is like a god of scouting. He has been for the last couple of FMs. I missed out on him early on because he went to Hartlepool. His contract is now running out at Hartlepool, of course, and he's going to be coming to us with looks of things for about 8 grand. 17 ability, judging, and 20 potential. So he's a fantastic addition to our scouting team. Then, other than that, Dave Galley, who it looks really, really good for a physio. I'm not entirely sure if any of these other attributes count for anything, but he's got nothing in single figures, which I think is fantastic. And he's going to be joining us as well, it seems, unless someone else comes in for him, of course. Then the transfer, or potential transfer, it looks like he's accepted a bid. Just a little bit of cover in terms of a centre midfield, ball-winning midfield role. It's basically Rodney Congolo, the guy who yeah, Man City youngster, never really had a chance as such. He's 22-year-old, just got a little bit of time to maybe increase his attributes a little bit, and I just thought it means that we don't have to rely on loanees next season. So the less loanees, the better, really, because we're restricting ourselves in who we can pick. So I just think he's going to be a decent option. He's got decent physicals, some good mentals. Not the best technicals, tackling 13, which isn't bad, but I just think he'd be a decent option as backup, basically. But today's FA Cup opponents, it's not the 5th round, as I mentioned right at the beginning, it's the 4th round, so apologies for that. And yeah, their manager at the minute is Frank de Boer. We all know how he got on in the Premier League at the beginning of the season. Very good coach at this level. Tactical knowledge is 11, which is a little bit low for a Premier League side in my opinion, but everything else is shit out on it, really, let's be honest. Their key man is Mario Lemina. Looks like a signing from Juventus. I don't know if he signed there in real life, to be honest with you. He might have done. Might not have done, I don't know. I'm guessing he has done because he hasn't played for Juventus on this game. Looks very handy, doesn't he? Not sure if he'll be playing. He's got an injury, so I doubt it. But yeah, they're going to have a very strong side regardless. Just a couple of things just to enlighten you on is injuries. Stefan Sassugnon's injured for another 12 days, so we've got a weakened right back in the shape of Grandison. We've got Connor Smith, who was injured for 3 weeks. Malumbi's still injured. He's got 6 days to go. He's not at our club. And Callum Gribbin's got an injury as well. He's 3 days off. Cup tied is Ryan Brewster, who's been a decent addition so far. But yeah, this is largely what the team is going to be when we line up. There might be 1 or 2 changes until that point. Right, so here we go. We are at St Mary's Stadium, and they line up with Fraser Forster in goal, with Cedric at right back, Bertrand at left back, Hood. I'm going to go with that. Pavard in the middle of defence, got Tadic, Lemina alongside James Ward-Prowse in the middle of the park. We've got a 3-man attack of Pyro, Austin and Valencia, Valencia that is. It's going to be interesting. Look like they're going all out for it. Pretty strong side, if I'm honest with you. We're going with Cairns in goal. There's been 1 or 2 changes, by the way. Or by 1 or 2, I mean 1. Cairns in goal. They've got Grandison at right back, Lewis at left back with Lennon alongside Ward in the middle of defence. We've got Cousins coming in for Christy Davis alongside Guy. We've got Green and Smith on the wings with Shrek partnering Lavatory, who I have now renamed up top. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. We're obviously going to be massive underdogs, so let us tell them that. Calmly as well. 1 person reacted. It's not the best, but a bit of calm faith might rectify that. It should do. A little bit less than what I thought it was going to do, but it's going to be good enough. And now we're off to the tunnel. Right, so here we go. It should be an interesting tie, this. I'm looking forward to it, but it's chances are we're going to be destroyed, I'll be honest with you. Southampton are a decent side on this, generally speaking. Lemina is playing with his injury. I might just literally put an opposition instruction on him. Just why the hell not? It's a bit harsh. A bit of hard tackling never went amiss. Confirm. He's coming back from an injury, so he might pull out of challenges and cause him to lose the ball, and then maybe we can capitalise on it. Here is that man, Lemina, and that's Valencia. It's in towards Austin, and then we're 0 up already. Fantastic. 2 minutes gone, and we're losing already. Get encouraged, son. But here we go now. Green plays it for Lavatory. Oh, Foster with an awesome save. We should have scored there. Pyro. Austin, though, the goal scorer, puts it over the bar. That's another let-off, to be fair. Let's demand some more. Right, the highlights are coming thick and fast despite being on key highlights. And it's Bertrand. Plays it in. It's played it towards Lemina, the man highlighted before the game. And he scored, and it's a bit disappointing. But I think it's time to make a few changes in terms of the tactical sense. Could be dribble less, pass into space. Let's just go back more direct. Why the hell not? Let's go more fluid. Let's do it. That's Pyro. Plays in Valencia. It's a very attacking formation they're playing, and as a result, they're kind of getting the rewards. They missed that one. A lot of away fans here today, and we have actually made a little bit of money. I think I've checked it. We made about 75 grand from the FA Cup games. Cousins scores though, hits the post. He came in because he's a little bit fitter than Christy Davis, and his selection has been justified, and we're back in it. And let's get praised, sons. We are a lot weakened as well compared to what we normally are, because like I said, there's no Gribbin. Why did you give it up, Shrek? There's no Gribbin because of his injury. Should be back for the next league game, hopefully. Lamina, that's there we go, 3-1. Right, another highlight. God, can't believe it. Imagine this if I extended. It'd be basically like a full game. Bertrand plays it down the line for Pyro. Crosses into Valencia. It's a bit long and loose. Get the tackle in. Cedric's there, the right back. Crosses in, and it's 4-1. And it's devastating, this. I'm not used to getting smashed. Show some passion, boys. It was always going to be tough, was this game. It's a bit of a drubbing that's probably been on the cards, to be fair. We've lost a lot of games by the odd goal. But never mind. It's half time. And to avoid a morale hit, I'm going to say unlucky, boys. Relaxed and motivated. That's the kind of thing I want. Smith Rowe has been absolutely dire. I think I might take him off and put Jack Dunn on. Just for that reason. Because he's been dire. So let's give him a little bit of a team talk. He looks happy. Let's get into it. Second half underway. Smith Rowe's been appalling, but at least he's got some game time against a top quality opponent. Maybe he's learnt something. But Lavatory's kind of in behind. He's not. Don't hesitate into Shrek. The man you put your house on to, at least bring that ball down. Valencia's on the ball. He's got 2 tame for finds Austin. He's hit the post. I felt sure that was going to be a goal. Now it's Shrek. Looking for options. Can't believe Shrek's at Tranmere. It makes me laugh as well. Had a few people like laughing at Shrek's there at Tranmere, but it kind of makes sense. Especially that doesn't make sense. Forster spilled that and we score, but yeah, get in. But it's a bit hard to get up for it because we've still got 2 goals to pin back. But let's get praised. It's funny that Shrek's there, but it kind of makes logical sense because when he was back at Everton and it's local, Pyro skips past Ward like he wasn't even there. Valencia, what the hell was that defending from Lewis? It's run away from the ball. The ball's coming towards him. It's going over his head. That's run that way. Let it go over his head. Cheers, you gimp. So, Christy Davis, mate, get yourself on. And you know what, Cousins, you've had a good game, but I'm going to bring on McCreacon as well, just to give him some game time and getting some experience against a decent side, because this game is now over. 5-2. I don't see us coming back for it now. But here's Guy. Feed Sue. Done. Done! Shrek scores! 5-3. Eat those words, G. Should I still make the changes? What would you do in this situation? Stuck with the changes. Why not? Jonathan Vieira with a corner. 6-3. What kind of game is this? Here's Green. Can we pull them back, make it 6-4? Grandison with a cross. Shrek heads it down. Done! Ah, shoot straight at Forster. What a shame. Come on. Push forward. Why not? Do it. Come on. Sambalonga getting hounded, gets mauled from behind. That's a great challenge, apparently, because apparently tackles from behind aren't fouls anymore on this game. Yeah, Shrek, he's got the captain armband as well, so he's got a goal. So I'm very pleased with him. He's been quite effective, to be fair. He's extended his contract because he had an option. And Green has scored. Divan Green, the man, the myth, the legend that is Divan Green. He's coming all the way to the Premier League if we ever get there. Right, so this is it, boys. I've pushed up the wing backs to actual wing backs, complete wing back apparently, Lewis. So why not? The wingers are still on attack. We've got a target man, apparently Shrek's best attacking role is target man on attack. And then got Christy Davis now as a shadow striker. Got a ball winning midfielder on support. Yeah, this is a recipe for disaster. But who knows? It could be absolutely genius. Oh, go on, get stuck in. Go on, McCreacon. That's it, good lad. With his 6 tackling. And there's a ball winning midfielder. Now Dunn's on the attack. Can he whip it in? Back post. Whips it in. Shrek! Oh, I did it straight at Forster. Gutted. What a game this has been, to be fair. Even though it's, we're going to lose, it looks like. It's been a really entertaining game. If I do say so myself. I mean, 10 goals. Key highlights, man. I can't believe it. Pyro, it's a penalty. It's going to be 7-4. Sambalonga. Cairns makes a save. What a hero. Keeps it at 6-4, keeps it respectable, yeah. Conceding 6 goals is respectable. Is in a position to cross the queuing up. Jonathan Vieira. Oh, Cairns, you absolute machine. And now it's Sambalonga. Chance to make it 7, I guess. Tadic finds Pyro. It's a good tackle. And then eventually it's smashed into the top corner by Ward-Prowse. 7-4. On the Sambalonga now, it's 2 on 2. Valencia's been forced wide, but he's in a crossing position. Plays it in. Pyro, don't make it 8. It's 8, 8-4. 8-4. It's like the most goals I've ever conceded ever in my entire Football Manager history. I can't believe it. We didn't go for it though, to be fair. We went very attacking and overload. Can't believe that. Cairns. What's that all about? Doing some sort of funky dance move and then knocking the light again. There we go. Right. Is there time for a comeback? We can still win this, boys. Come on, encourage. There we go. Green crosses in. Comes out to Lewis. Hit it, son. Just do it. Go, McCreaken. Get a goal. Green! Oh, I thought that was going to be the start of a comeback. Just an injury time. Shrek's knackered. 60% fitness, but oh well. I'll tell you what. Predicted a draw. Get out of it. Nobody expected us to win, but you gave it everything. Switched off and confused. I'm not surprised, to be fair. You know what? You guys can have a bollocking because you were just not very good. There we go. That'll do. I think what I'm going to try and do now is I'm going to try and play quite a few games off camera. It might mean that there might not be an episode on Tuesday at this point, depending on how long it takes, because I'm doing this before I stream. So I'll have to try and make up that sort of time on the Monday night, basically. Well, tomorrow night, as it were. And yeah, I just want to try and get through the rest of the season now. If we're in a very bad situation halfway through these games, where we lose every single game and we're back in the relegation zone, then we might come back for something like the Stevenage game or something like that, because they're down near the bottom near us. But yeah, hopefully you can join us for the Oldham game. I'd like to get some revenge on them because they beat us 4-3. Hopefully you can join us for it. So that is it, guys. Hopefully I've enjoyed it. It has been an entertaining game regardless. I would think 8-4. It's not exactly a normal scoreline. We have conceded 8 goals, but we scored 4 goals against a Premier League side. So, you know, I forgot to actually look at them at exactly where they are in the league. They're actually 10th in the league, so it's not a bad result against them. Well, it is a bad result, but it's losing by 4 goals. It's always a bad result. But I think the performance with our attacking aspect was really, really good. We had basically a second string back 4. It's backfired, but I had no choice. I had a lot of injuries and fitness concerns. It's just a case of, you know, they were just better than us on the day. But we give them a scare. They only got 2 late goals to make it like a 4-goal deficit. So I'm not too disappointed, not too disheartened. But yeah, hopefully you can join us for the next one against Oldham. If you have liked it, enjoyed, and whatever else, please go ahead and press that like button. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for all your support. And until the next one against Oldham, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.